little pigs found sticks to build their homes. And the third little pigs found bricks to build their homes. Well, the first two little pigs finished building their homes very quickly. They looked over at the third little pigs and they said, but the third little pigs just looked over at them and said,
no thanks,
and kept on working. So, finally, the third little pigs finished building their homes and they sat down to relax in their nice, strong, and safe house. And everyone began to cook what they were going to have for dinner. Well, the very next day, 3 big bad wolves came to the straw house of the third little pigs. They could smell the soup that the pigs were making inside, and it made them so hungry. And the 3 big bad wolves said,
little pig, let me in.
And the pig said,
Not by the hair of my chinny chin.
So the wolf said, and they huffed and puffed and blew away the straw house of the first little pigs. And the first little pigs hopped up and they ran. They ran to the house of the second little pigs and they told them what happened. Well, they told them in secret. So, the next day, the big bad wolves made their way down, very good, Ruben, made their way down to the house of the second little pigs. And they could smell the bread that the pigs had been making, and it made them very, very hungry. And the 3 big bad wolves said,
little pig, let me in.
And the pig said,
Not by the hair of my chinny chin.
So the wolf said,
Then I huff, then I puff, and I'll blow your house in.
with a big whoosh and a swoosh, they blew away the stick house of the second little pig. And the 4 little pigs jumped up and ran to the safe and strong brick house of the third little pig, and they told them what happened to them. Again, it's kind of a secret, but they told them. So, the 3 big bad wolves hopped up and made their way over to the brick house of the third little pigs. But the third little pigs were happy that their brothers and sisters were safe, and they stood up and they said to them,
Hungry and tired. Sit down and have some pie.
they sat down to relax together. But the 3 big bad wolves outside of the brick house could smell the pie that they were eating, and it made them very, very hungry. And the 3 big bad wolves said,
Little pig, let me in.
and the pig said,
Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin.
and the wolf said,
Then I'll huff, and I'll blow your house in.
well, the 3 big bad wolves huffed and puffed, but the brick house would not fall down. Well, they huffed and puffed and blew again, but the brick house still wouldn't fall. Well, the big bad wolves had never had this happen to them before, and they sat down in the forest and they began to cry. Well, the third little pigs went over to the big bad wolves, and they said to them,
There, Mr. Wolf, don't be sad.
you have an amazing...
You have an amazing talent.
I have an idea.
I have an idea. Look.
Very good. And in the forest, there were little animals in the forest, and they were playing, and the wolves and the pigs could hear the laughter of the children playing. Well, the third little pigs took the big bad wolves down to the fair that was taking place in the forest. And the third little pig said to the big bad wolf,
Here is a wonderful way to use your talent.
and so the big bad wolves began to huff and puff and blew lovely bubbles for all of the little animals in the forest. And they were so happy. And the big bad wolves couldn't believe it. They were making, let's share with the other big bad wolves. They were making wonderful new friends. And they weren't bad or